You are now listening to Sir Inq's The Experience Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything kink. Now, this content is only catered to those who are 18 and above, and it may not be suitable for work, as we like to say, NSF. But remember, you can always listen to us during your private time. Hello, kinky and kink-curious folk out there. My name is Sir Inq. And I'm back. I'm back off vacation. And went to the Dominican Republic. Good time, chill time, relaxed time, much needed time. And I got to tell you, if you haven't done so, you got to do it. You got to get up out of here. Get yourself some R&R, go on vacation. You know, this time was much needed rest for me. I had a chance to recharge, and think about some things. And of course, as a thoughtful man, as a man who prides himself in being just not intelligent, but emotionally intelligent as well, I start to think about, once you have that time to just declutter your mind and really get to that state of being totally relaxed, then I started thinking about, okay, well, how am I as a dominant man? How can I be better? How can I make my sessions better for my sub? And how can I make her experience with me, or how she experiences me, better? And so, I just started thinking of things I could add on the mental part, things I could add in a session. And my point with all this is very, this is key, y'all. It's key to invest back into yourself, into your well-being, to be able to be better for not just yourself, but for others. Because if you're not right, nothing else is going to be right. No matter how much you try to get other things right for other people and ignore yourself, as long as you're not right, things are going to be off. Things will just be a little off. And so I thought about things that I could do different in this session. I thought about my life and really where I wanted to take things, even when I talk about Sir Inq and, the brand and, like where I really want to go. Guys, I've talked about, like doing munches in different cities. So I had a chance to sit back and think about those things. So those are more things that I want to develop. You may not see as many posts from me on Facebook just because it's challenging to keep putting up quality content. I could put up garbage content, like a bunch of memes that, that look sexy and all that, but I really want to put up, really good thought-provoking content. So I'm going to change a little bit of my narrative to not so much. Of course, I'm going to give y'all my daily breads, my good morning posts. Always going to get that. But I really want to start talking about, I really want to get into the heart and soul of what BDSM is about, and it's about people. I'm going to do some videos showing some of the things that I use in a session, of course. But I think a lot of the people that's in the older guard are starting to find more relevancy in dealing with people at the very first step, the front door, and it's character development. Is developing people, developing that man so he can, or that person so they can be a dominant, or developing that person that can be submissive, but making sure, or switch, but making sure everybody understands who they are and where they fit in and how to fit in and how to have things your way. This is important because a lot of times people just jump in and they start doing stuff, but they skip these steps, and I've heard a lot of women that have guys who have, dominant traits, but they're not dominant men. And then they feel disappointed when the guy can't get them past the finish line. And I get it. I really do. But there's a way of developing character. And so we need to have those kind of discussions more, guys. The sacrifice is we have to put the mind over the eyes. And what do I mean by that? When we look at these memes, we like them. We like what they say. They look sexy. They look boundary pushing and all that. But without, how do we get there? Without trust, without, having your intentions laid out clearly, how can you really get to any of that? So what I'm focused on and what I see other people focused on is developing people's characters. And so we have to spend time doing this. And it takes time. It takes time. And I was watching this one movie and it says, along your journey in life, somebody will reveal to you who you are. And I think a lot of times that mirror can be adversity. That mirror is relationships. Relationships reflect who you are. Whoever you're dealing with, if they're ultimately a jerk or ultimately a saint, is all a reflection of yourself. You chose to be you chose to have that person in your life in whatever capacity they're in. Therefore, you're responsible for that choice. And you can't escape that. But, so that's where I'm at, guys. I want to dig into the heart and soul of this and really start developing people better, to be better fits for the lifestyle. And look, I am no holy expert. I don't have a degree in this stuff. I'm just common sense. Once you get to a certain maturity level, you just start cutting off the fat in your way of thinking. And what I mean cutting off the fat is cutting off gray areas where like, I can let somebody be in that area, and then you find you've been dragging relationships on. No. This is clear cut who I am, what I want. If you're dealing with me, this is where you have to meet me. And I think it's the same as for even a submissive person. Like, this is the kind of sub I am. This is, what I bring to the table. And if a guy can't handle that, or if a dom can't handle that, or another person, then you keep it moving. Because it's what you need out of it. I can go out with a bunch of different ladies, right? Just going out on dates. And I probably wouldn't be, if I went out on 10 dates, I probably wouldn't be interested in 8 of them, no matter how they looked. I probably wouldn't be interested in them because they don't have, if they're not connected in the lifestyle that way, if they don't already understand what they have in front of them, then it's going to take time for me to dumb myself down or over convince them that they need to come this way. And that's not going to be good. But I mean, if you just want to go out because you don't want to be bored, you want to go out or you just want to have sex, I get that too. I mean, everybody has a need. Everybody has an itch they need to be scratched. So I say go out and get that. However, I'm speaking of if you're really into something and you really know that for me to be in a situation, a relationship, it needs to be at this level because that brings out the best in me, then go get that. And that doesn't always have to be leading to romance, love, or marriage. Sometimes it could just be leading to great sex, right? But the kind of sex that, I require or you may require is deeper than just, look on some titties, suck on some pussy, suck on some dick, and missionary doggy style, and we done. No, some of us need a little something more. Some of us need that foreplay that starts mentally with how we setting up in roles, how you treat me pre, how I treat you pre, session, sex, all that. All that is the build up. And that's what makes it deeper. That's what makes it more an enriching experience. And that's what I'm going for. And I think that's what you're going for too, because that's why you're here listening to me. And so let's get there together. And so again, I'm going to adjust some of my content to just be more enriching, more thought provoking. And I'm going to share with you guys more of my traveling experience, which I just came back from Dominican Republic. I'm now about to travel to Orlando, Florida. That's for business, but I'll have some time on the side to maybe sit down and record some stuff, maybe show you guys some stuff. And then after that, I'll be going to California at the end of June, which I'm very much looking forward to because we were supposed to do that in January. Never been out in Cali when it was warm. So that's going to be a different experience. Let me see what that's hitting for. And, and more of my adventures, hey guys, go check out that YouTube channel. I really would like to get more of you guys on my YouTube channel. I want to go live on YouTube and not necessarily on Facebook, guys, because if I can get my numbers up on YouTube, I can monetize my channel. I can make money off of it. I really don't want to sit here and ask you guys for donations or money or membership fees and all that stuff just to listen to me. So if you could just go to YouTube, like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. You don't have to listen to me every day. I get it. But like and subscribe does so much for us, people that are creating content. And I don't really want to ask y'all guys for money. Like I said, if you want to donate money to me, I'll make a way for that. People have been telling me I need to do that because I've been buying more equipment, iPads, cameras. I really want to do some more stuff, especially when I travel. I really want to show you guys my enriching experiences, hopefully in the hopes that it would inspire you to travel. And if you want to go anywhere that I've gone, I will turn you on to all the people I'm connected with to make sure that if it's in a country that you don't speak the language, you'll have guides, you'll have places to stay, you'll be safe. So just let me know and I'll get that information to you. Thank you for listening. My name is Sir Inq. And you can find me, Sir Inq, on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. And you can always check out the website, sirinq.com. And check out the community on kingspace.net. And until next time, peace. What's up, my people? Yeah. I'm all gassed up. These right here, oh my goodness. They are lovely. What's good, everybody? It's been a minute. I'm back. It feels good. It took me a minute to kind of recover. Just going from being on chill mode to coming back right to back on the grid. Hot and fiery. Holiday weekend. Have to work, get the money. You know how we do. But I'm back. I've taken a lot of time to kind of like observe some things, look at some of the movements that's going on in our lifestyle, which I would like to bring up right now, which if you listen to the Slave Valkyrie latest podcast, they talked about DomCon that's coming up in New Orleans. I believe that's in October. And there's some more stuff going on. Before I get into this content, I wanted to give you guys this. Let me see. I want to give you guys some of this stuff. Because what I've been into is looking into like places that's in my local area that that has kink spots where you can rent and maybe go in and do a session. They have bed and breakfast spots, so it's a lot of good stuff. If you guys just go on the internet, might be close to you. You and your submissive or your dominant might want to go there one night or one day or one weekend. A place near you that and they have reviews and all that. But let me get right to this. So let me go bang here, and I will put this up on my page as well. There's a master slave conference, and this is going to be taking place. I'm going to put this link on there. Take me to it. Okay, it's going to be in September. It's going to be the weekend of Labor Day weekend. I'm going to put the link in there, but education, 122 opportunities, 60 classes, 6 intensives, 20 panels, 12 roundtables, 12 conversations, 12 service stations. So the history, Carter, John, Leather Library, Leather Archives and Museum, Leather Kilt, the Bar Card Project, A Life Underground. And there are an abundance, when I say an abundance of well-known speakers and people that are in the lifestyle. So this one seems to be just more geared around education, is what I was saying in one of my other podcasts. Well, I was saying earlier on this one, is that there's a movement of some of the old guard, we would say, is finding that we have to get back to the basics and getting people up to speed on their role, their responsibilities in the lifestyle. And because we're getting a little away from that, and then it's like a mess trying to, okay, tell people, okay, unexperienced what you've experienced, and let's start from the beginning, and let's take you up how you should have came up. Like, once you experience something for the first time, you really don't get that first impression out of you. But at any rate, so I'm going to put that stuff up on the page so you guys can see the links to this conference that's happening in DC. If you can make it, that'd be great. I'm working that weekend, but I may try to shoot down there on Saturday night and catch a little bit of this maybe on Sunday as well. And I have another thing, moving right along. Cheers to you guys. I'm doing a old fashioned, my favorite. You know how we do. I'm using Angel's Envy Rye, which is very tasty and a little pricey. And I'm using a blackberry simple syrup. It's really delicious. But without further ado, let me keep going into this. Libertine. Does anyone out there know what a libertine is? I'm just now catching up. Someone told me, you'll be considered a libertine. I'm like, oh, geez, would I? Okay, so a libertine is a person devoid of most moral principles, a sense of responsibility, or sexual restraints, which are seen as unnecessary or undesirable, especially someone who ignores or even spurns accepted morals and forms of behavior sanctified by the larger society. Wow. I guess I'm all up in that libertine box, huh? Ciroc apple over ice. Okay, Monica, I see you. Jack and Coke over there. Okay, Damien, I feel that. I like that. Rachel says foreplay makes it passionate, fun, sexy, easier to connect. Yes, it does. It does. What up, Camilla? Rachel, thank you for the compliment. Herrera, Paul, hello. And Monica again, good evening. I like to see that Ciroc and apple over there. I haven't tried Ciroc and apple. People have talked about it. Ciroc and apple, Ciroc apple over ice. Okay, you're doing this straight, no chase. Okay, straight over the ice with no mixer. Okay, so let me go back into this libertine thing. So this is a philosophy. Libertism gained newfound adherents in the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries, particularly in France, Great Britain. Notable among these were John Wilmot, 2nd Earl of Rochester, and of course, the Marquis de Sade. So, listen, I don't know if you guys know, but if you're listening to this right now, you're probably a libertine too. How does it feel to be a libertine? Now there's a Wikipedia and a word in the dictionary for kinksters, so it doesn't sound as bad. I'm a libertine. Okay, you're a liberal. No, I'm a libertine. There's a difference. There is a difference. So dig that, libertine. I found that to be just funny. The description of it all. Devoid is a person that's devoid of most moral principles and a sense of responsibility. Wow. Yeah, that doesn't really fit us in this lifestyle. Responsibility is heavy over here, and we still have moral principles. We just don't subscribe to vanilla ones. Or sexual restraints. That is true. We don't have a lot of sexual restraints. We will be a little more open minded over here, which are seen as unnecessary and undesirable. Why? Undesirable by who? And what kind of sex life and home life do y'all have? Because it seems to me not much of it is making it nowadays. But so that's just something funny, guys, that a friend of mine introduced me to, and I'm just happy to be back. I'm happy to be more inspired. I told you guys I'm going to do more uh, different content now. There was I did do some audio, and I don't know how this thing erased on me, but uh, okay, Camille, you're doing water. Okay, cool. But one thing I learned about the leather floggers, I love this. This is so beautiful, right? And I learned how to use the one in a session. My distance, my rhythm was good. Then I had to mix in another one because I went to a party. I went to a dungeon party, and I seen a guy working too, real beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, wow, he's really working. I mean, he was from the back, and he had his own rhythm. I said, man, he's working that thing, right? With a young lady on the cross. So when I got mine, I'm trying them, and the rhythm is not there. So I'm off. You know, I got it in my fingers, and took them out my fingers. I got it in my finger, got it in my fist like this, my fingers. So what I found is that I'm back to the fingers, and a good way to practice with these is to put a pillow in the chair, put some music on, and get into the rhythm. And I gotten so well with it that uh, my sub said, "Damn, you was really in rhythm with those and with the floggers and the music." And I was like, "Yeah, you know, like once you get into a zone, you get a rhythm with these, and you just have to practice it because if you don't practice, it's all in your wrist, and if you don't practice, your hands and your wrists can get tired. Because of the way I work, my hands, I'm used to using my wrist all the time, so." This is sweet, but you have to practice this because after a while you can get tired because you're using you don't want to use all your arms. You're doing it wrong if you're using all your arms. You really just want to use your wrists and your hands and your wrists. It's minimal work for your shoulders and your arms. It's minimal work. You can keep your elbows tight to your body and work it easy. And so, you know, this is stuff that you see if you go to dungeon parties. As a matter of fact, I'll probably do another video of me using these, so you guys can kind of get a picture of it. The problem is I have to choose what music to use because of infringement. If I use the wrong song, they'll show you the video, but they'll blur out the song. So I don't know, guys. I'll figure it out a way. I'll figure out a way to show you guys how I've learned how to use these. And again, I'm not on the expert level, but damn, I'm much better than what I was. And I definitely prefer to have two now instead of one, looking at the reaction, looking at how much you can cover, looking at the different sensations you can give a person, because it's not all about striking them. You can put it on their body and, you know, and use it this way. I mean, it's so many different usage for this. It's great. Not all of it is just for straight impact. Some of it is for sensation as well. These are the things you find out as you um, as you go. And let me see. Camille says, "You'll bend over a chair for me, Rachel." All right, great. I'm gonna put that. You know, I'm gonna put that in my notes. Camilla, yeah, I can do that on KS to show us. Yeah, I can put that on KS. I'll use Kinkspace and I'll do a little something and put it on Kinkspace so you guys can see. So if you guys are part of Kinkspace, I promise you, I will put a video in there this weekend of me using these. I promise you. So you guys can see that. And that might be something that I can do as well. Using more King Space to put some of the content that I can't put anywhere else because, you know, all these community standards out here, they don't like good sexuality, and I guess for a good point, we got a lot of fucking creeps out there. So we got to protect, I guess, communal spaces and stuff. Whatever. At any rate, um, I want to thank you guys for always watching me, encouraging me, and again, please, if you haven't, please go to YouTube, like and subscribe to that. I'm going to be doing more content. Again, I don't really want to put out more just blah blah memes that get everybody like, oh, I like that, I resonate with that. I really want to put out original content. I don't want to just keep resharing the same memes everybody's sharing. I don't want to do that as much. Every now and again, you'll get something like that, but I need articles, writings, and things like that. So I'll be digging deeper into more thought provoking stuff because we have to develop people more in this lifestyle. And they can't have an excuse that there aren't resources. And there's a lot of people that resonate, some parts of them resonate in the lifestyle, but I don't think they think about it as deep as they should. And that's why once they get into the deep end, they're like, oh shit, this is a little bit more than I thought. You really don't understand the kind of trust and connection you'll have with somebody when you start entering these spaces is deeper than that vanilla, that vanilla shit that's going on. Is deeper than that. It's deeper than that missionary and that doggy style and that regular sex. Even menage a trois is kind of regular right now when it comes to, my sexual palate. There's just things that I've done that, like, that's where I'm at with it. That's my level. And I know you guys understand because once you get to certain levels, you really just can't have just regular sex. I mean, you can if you just want to get it off, but that can't be your norm. I mean, if you've been in this lifestyle and just smashing just to smash is can be your norm, I don't know if you're really in this lifestyle. Like, you got to really understand that how deep this thing runs. But at any rate, I digress. We're gonna work on getting people up to speed, and let me see. You do put out your original content. I do. I do put out my original content. I do. Let me see. Post a video there or on YouTube. I'm gonna post them on. I'm gonna post that video everywhere. I'm gonna post it on YouTube and on Kingspace. Sonya is cool. What else, Sonya? That's my motherfucking buddy right there. Some of my model pictures, the picture that I put up a couple weeks ago around Mother's Day of a woman serving a diamond. I put a couple of pictures up of Sonya. She's really great. I'm glad to see that she's back in her lifestyle, and I am fortunate to be able to share her content exclusively on my page. I love it. She's just great. Now, let me see. Can you post a link to your YouTube because I can't find it? Oh, of course. I'm going to post a link to my YouTube right on here. No problem. No problem at all. And I've been, what have you guys been seeing in the lifestyle lately? Have y'all guys been seeing anything different? Anything? I'm not into any of the groups online. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm in a couple, but I try not to go so far into the groups because as a person trying to do content, I don't want to always borrow content out of a group or have the opinions in a group sway my opinion on a topic. So I do follow pages and things like that, but pages that are kind of the opposite of mine. So I'll follow some other dominant pages, but for the most part, I follow submissive pages because I need to hear what the other side is talking about, so I can form an opinion, bring it to you guys, and we can get some understanding. If you watch other people's content that is like yours too much, your opinion can be swayed, and next thing you know, indiscriminately, your message starts to sound like their message. So I want to make sure that I avoid that. And let me see. Lots of fakes were saying they are something for their own gain. Yeah, there's and there's always going to be people in everything that are going to be keepers of the flame, and then you're going to have fakes of the flame. You know, the important piece is all the fakes of the flame need to play together. The keepers of the flame need to play together. It's only when true practitioners, true people in the lifestyle get mixed in with fakes. And that can be trying to control your desires, trying to control your wants and your needs so you don't make a bad decision. There's a lot of that going on out here. And that's not just for, subs meeting fake doms, but it's like, dominants that are new meeting up with these fake experienced subs or these damaged subs. Like, and we just need to have more of a frame of reference of what um, healthy mentality looks like, because there's a thin line between what we practice and abuse. It can be, so this is why we say you have to know who you're playing with so it doesn't turn left. Let me see. Sonia says, I'm in a lot of groups, but again, they all post the same memes, but also are new to the lifestyle. So it's hard when you know they have fakes and you want to say something. Because when I do, I get called out harsh and told I'm the fake. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I mean, people are always going to be like that, and I think that's why a lot of, people that are like the old guard don't say anything because they don't really feel as though it's worth their energy. And I think now a lot of the old guard is saying, okay, let's have conversation in this way. Let's not argue with people online, but let's actually throw events that true people that aren't just online, that want to show up and actually learn and actually be engaging in the lifestyle can find can have a place to come and grow. You're not going to grow but so much online through memes and reading content or watching content. You actually have to practice the lifestyle. And that's tough. I mean, it's tough because you have to trust people. And, you know, COVID has sheltered us a lot. And I still see people that are apprehensive about going different places, doing different things. And then you have people that don't give a damn. They're doing everything. So it's the world is still a little crazy as we see energy wise. People are batshit crazy, but but a lot of us have to hold it down, hold our mindsets together, and I just think people have to work with one another more. And if you have people that you can trust, then I encourage you to just start doing more things with them. Like if you're a sub and maybe you don't have anyone, maybe you can serve another couple, or maybe you can like be around a couple that's in a lifestyle so you can understand how the dynamic goes. Maybe if you're a guy that wants to be a dom, maybe you can hang out with a guy that's a dom and be around him and his sub and see how he is with her. I mean, there's other ways you could go to munches, but I just think it's time for people to stop being online as much and just doing a little bit more interacting. But I get it. Some people just want the online experience, and that's cool too. But I see some of the old guard is starting to have functions and say, okay, let's all bring it in now. If you're really about this life, come through, learn, teach, whatever your thing is, let's do that because people are out here and they need that. Let me see. There would be men who post a meme asking where are the subs, so the girls post the pics, and if they do, they ask you for the collar, and it's no. Automatically ask to message, so I warn them. Then they do, then they do can do, and then all they can do is they wish, and then they can do as they want as they wish. Yeah, you know, being in some of the groups. people can't help but be in 13th grade, right? Uh, Online in general. So guys, well, I'm feeling down. I broke up with my girlfriend. Where the subs at? And then people start throwing up all these pictures, and all that. Yeah, it's just childish. And for me, I see posts like that, and I go down and listen, look at all the people who disqualified themselves for any real, you know, connection with me at least, or anyone that I think is serious, and unless I wouldn't take them serious. But to each their own. If they want to play in the sandbox, let them play in the sandbox, right? I'm in several groups. Monica says I only respond in one set. I don't usually respond to memes. I miss Munches so much. I like to engage and talk and learn. Yeah, yeah. I think we'll start to get back to those times as people get more comfortable. But we're still in an awkward time right now with COVID, gas prices. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of stress on the environment. People are wigging out a little bit. I really want to see people bring it in a little bit. Be healthy out here. It's just kind of crazy times right now for us, but we have to find a way to hold it together. But within this lifestyle, guys, uh, I hope in my travels to be able to meet people and interview and bring you guys some different perspectives from people from all over the country and internationally, whether they speak English or they don't speak English. I'm trying to bring you the perspectives from all over because I think we all have a lot in common. We just have to find the common ground and not the uncommon ground to walk on. You feel me? So I want to thank you guys for watching. This is your guy, Sir Inq. You can find me, Sir Inq, on everything. I'm not going to go over that again. Thank you for watching, and I probably will be going live again next week. And I will put up a video of me using the vloggers, just showing y'all some stuff. And I'm enthused. I'm recharged, and I'm ready to go. So let's get it. And I'm also going to be putting out other little short 10, 15-minute podcasts of maybe some stuff that I see that sparked a thought. So I'm going to do more of that too, guys. So thank you for being here with me again. Thank you for supporting me. And until next week, peace. Here's my clicker.